Welcome to Skyblocks, a brand new survival guide series where we are going to go over all things Skyblock related. We are going to start off on this tiny island in the void, and you can see that there are other islands in the distance that we are going to build out to and gather the resources to make farms with incredible rates, as that is the perk of building in Skyblock. But be careful, because if you happen to fall off of the edge, all of your items will be lost, and you shall lose everything to the void. But how does one go about installing Skyblocks? Well, first things first, go up here, type into this screen the URL you see on the screen now, and it will take you to the web page to download Skyblocks. As you can see, this is the web page. It'll load up. Down here, you can see who made the map. That would be Dr. Trog right over here. And if you do feel the need to give him some love and support, I recommend it. This is a pretty famous map. It's been used by a lot of other people. And if you want to do the hardcore version, that's going to be down here for you. Any hardcore map is obviously hardcore. You die, you die. But up here is the download. Click it, and it'll hit continue. And once you go to this next screen, it should automatically start your download. But if not, you click up here. And then over here is where the download will actually come up. Go ahead and click that, and it pulls up this screen here. From here, you have to pull up your Minecraft save folder. So to do that, hit Windows R, and it's going to pull up this tiny search box down here. From there, you just type in %, app data, %, and OK. And it will search up your Minecraft folder here. From there, you just click on the .minecraft folder. And that's going to pull up all of your Minecraft stuff. Go down to the saves here. And that's what we're looking for. From there, you should just be able to drag the file over to your saves, and it should unzip. But if for some reason it doesn't, you can actually extract it. Just right-click it, go down to, I think it says extract all, and then you can take that file and add it onto your saves. From there, we now have our saves here. You can rename it. I always recommend renaming these things so that way you don't confuse them with something else. And I'm going to go ahead and rename it the Skyblock Survival Guide, because that is what we are now, the Skyblock Survival Guide. Anyway, once we've got that downloaded, go ahead and close these out. You're not going to need any of this open anymore, and we can go ahead and open up Minecraft. From there, once you go into your single player's worlds, at the very bottom of your loaded plays, I guess, loads. Go down to the Skyblock down here, and you can click on that, and that's going to open up your new world. Although there are a couple options, I always recommend that if you are going to do these Skyblocks, it's probably a good idea to rename it. To do that, you're going to click on the actual save file itself, go into this edit button down here, and then you can rename the world to whatever it is you want to rename it. In this case, I'm going to rename it Skyblocks Survival Guide once again. And welcome here to the Minecraft Skyblock Survival Guide. I know, it's quite a mouthful, isn't it? But it rolled off my tongue quite easily, didn't it? Yeah, it did. But enough foolery. Let's go ahead and get into what this is going to be about. Skyblocks is one of those crazy things that you can build so many awesome farms. So many awesome resources can be gathered because you have nothing around you, and you can take massive advantage of the game mechanics that way. Here we are going to start off, looks like we're starting off in the rain, of course, because it wouldn't be an adventure with me if we didn't start off in the rain. And then we're going to go ahead and dig up this grass here. It's important to dig up the grass. We want to try and get as many seeds as we can. That's very important. Yes, we got one right there. All right. And then tear up the rest of the grass. Might as well see if you get another seed. And if we don't, that's fine. And then we'll go ahead and take up these flowers. Flowers are important. I'm going to get the dye that comes with them as well. Now, do you see this chest over here? This is your lifeline. This is what you are going to store all of your things in to begin with. Always make certain that any items you collect store in your chest. And that's what we're going to do now, dropping off these flowers and the seeds. Grabbing this bucket of lava. And you can see we've got some other items, but I'm not going to look at those right now. I'm just going to drop the lava right here and let it flow down to the bottom of the world, because it's going to take forever to do that. And then I think I'm just going to drop the bucket back off in here, and we will go from there. But now we are free to start digging out some of this dirt here and clearing out some of this area. I like to make my area a little prettier. I don't know about prettier, I guess just dirt is a limited resource, so you want as much as you can get. You can dig down 3 blocks here, so you want to go ahead and dig as much of this dirt up as you can and save it. Use it for things that you're going to need later on in the series. I also like to keep some of the grass up here. That's important as well. You want to make certain that there's at least 1 or 2 blocks of grass that can grow from here to here, and then it'll grow back down. Wait, it's already grown over here? I can't believe it. So I want to be real with you guys. It took me forever in a test series of this Skyblocks for the grass to grow down to this bottom row. So the fact that it just grew right there, a little bit enraging. But at the same time, good luck. So I'm glad that it happened. And I'm not going to complain about it in this world. That being said, I'm going to go ahead and dig up some more of this dirt here, so that way we can collect as much as we can. Now that we've already got some on the bottom layer, we don't have to worry so much. But we can also then expand out the platform a little bit around this tree here that is growing on this island. It's important to collect all the saplings so that we don't lose any saplings potentially off the side of this world here. So I like to take as much of this dirt up as I can, so that way I have all the dirt in the world to work with, especially since dirt is kind of a limited resource until we get a little bit later into the game. We want to make certain that we gather all the dirt that we can and store it somewhere safe, because it's not until later in the game when we're trading with pigmen that we can actually get any gravel to make any more dirt in the series. And I'll explain that and the mechanics of that later as we get there. But for now, as you can see, I've kind of left a path here, a couple blocks to get up to this tree. But before we get too far into it, I want to start expanding the dirt around this tree in a platform, so that way the saplings, as you can see, the tree is a little bit over the void there, so I don't want to lose any saplings to the void either. So we're going to build the dirt out, 1 or 2 layers out, and then it'll help us make certain that any saplings that fall off the tree won't end up falling off the edge of the void. As long as we're standing directly underneath it when we chop down the leaf, no sapling should end up getting around us. And I'll show you exactly what I mean here. So here I am chopping off the leaves. As you can see, I crouch to begin with and then uncrouch. And then before I move again, I crouch again. This is just so that I don't end up accidentally falling off the blocks that I've placed, but I can get right up against the edge and make certain that I can potentially collect any block that might end up falling as I break it. Hopefully, oh, there it is. Yeah, just like that. We've got our farming advancement, and we finally got a sapling, so that way at least we can replant this tree that we'll end up chopping down in just a second. But I want to break the rest of these leaves on the sides, and if nothing else drops on the edges, that's fine, but I want to make certain that nothing has the potential to fall off the edge when I end up chopping up the wood. And I can do that now, right here, and it will break the leaves naturally from this point on. Now that we've chopped down this tree, we can go ahead and get rid of this dirt here and make it a little bit more level on this platform for ourselves. Just like this. There we go. Looks good. And then we're going to come to this chest, and I think we're going to grab the ice out of this chest and go ahead and make a small little area for the ice. I think right here is going to work. Yeah. We'll just build an area. We can collect all the dirt afterwards, so yeah, we can build it up right here. No problem. And then I'll pop down the ice and then break that, and that will turn into a water source right there. Now we can get the bucket out of the chest. Should have done that to begin with. And then we can go ahead and collect the water and recollect all this dirt that we don't need on the platform here. And we want to make certain that we do store all this dirt back into our chest as well. But now we've got the water. We can go ahead and I believe the lava is gone all the way down to the bottom of the world. So I want to count over 4 and then drop the water to the bottom of the world right here. Just like that. And it's going to, as you can see, it's going to make a nice little sizzling sound, and the cobblestone will go all the way down to the bottom of the world. And I think we'll go ahead and collect this lava source. There we go. We got it. All right. And we can take a look down here and see if the water is making cobblestone path all the way down to the bottom, to the void. And the reason we're doing that is because mobs spawn 1,000 times better at the bottom of the world. The spawn rate down there is insane. And I will show you that a little bit later in the series as we get there. But it also makes it so that we can build underneath this platform here and keep going down into the bottom of the world. It's also really useful for passive mobs down in the bottom of the world because they spawn a lot faster down there as well. I found that the more... here, let me show you. So one of the things I like to do is to get the grass to start going down the pillar here of the dirt. And since we started this early on, as we are doing other things in the series, the grass is slowly but surely going to start to grow down this pillar as I place dirt further down the pillar, and it will grow all the way down to the bottom of the void. And hopefully we can then take advantage of those spawn rates. I'm also going to build a nice little platform right here. Yeah, here's the spot. And that's going to be where we have a safe space from phantoms and things of that nature. I want to make certain if you are below the ocean, phantoms won't spawn on you. But I wanted to make certain that we have a spot that, since we aren't going to have a bed right off the bat, that we have a spot where we can do our cobblestone and also take advantage of the fact that we are going to be safe from phantoms. So I'm going to put the lava right there, and it's going to flow towards that water source right there, and it will create the cobblestone that we need. And that is a very important thing early on in this game. Cobblestone is essential. So let me show you what I mean. Place the lava in this spot right here. Make sure there is a block for it to flow to, and then water source on the side of it, and voila, you end up with a nice area for yourself to build, or I'm sorry, not build, but to get cobblestone. Yeah, words, right? They're hard. But now that I'm done messing up with words, we're going to come up here, and I think we're going to start making our tools. Actually, no, I'm going to move this water. Yeah, move this water down there. I don't need it up this tall anime. I'm going to move it down to this layer where I'm going to actually take the dirt down to as well. So I'm going to start taking this piece off here. We're going to leave that one. We're going to take these ones as well. And then we're going to go from there. We're going to leave that one piece of dirt so that it can spread to the other pieces of dirt that are near there. And then once it's already, it is already spread. Look at my spread, yeah, look at my luck. Oh my gosh, words, I can't even say them today. Yeah, that is insane luck today, guys, with dirt. All right, moving on. I'm going to go ahead and put these in here. And I think it's time to make our first, maybe not. Yeah, no, let's make our first crafting table. Let's go ahead and do that now. As you can see, I'll get the other wood types from the other islands over there. You can see in the distance. But it is starting to turn night, and I don't want to be up here throughout the night. So I think we're going to make some tools down and underneath this area right here. There shouldn't be any phantoms that spawn on your first couple nights. I think it's 3 nights exactly before your first phantoms spawn. But if you have a platform underneath your main island, you won't have the phantoms spawning on you while you're down there. So you don't have to worry about things potentially killing you while you are not paying attention at your keyboard. But I'm going to get the wood that I'm going to end up needing now for a pickaxe. Oh, you saw that was on fire, but it went out. That is because crafting tables can't actually burn. So putting that next to the lava is not a problem. But yeah, the crafting recipe you saw right there. And we have our first wooden pickaxe of the world. Yay. And I think before I start digging up any cobblestone, let's plant this. Yep, plant this tree so that way it is set up in our world. And it won't start growing now because there's no light. But there's plenty of platform, and we won't have to worry about any saplings dropping off the edge. But coming back to our safety platform down here, I think we're going to go ahead and mine up our first piece here. Yeah, Cobblestone Generator advancement made. Alright, so now we're going to mine up a couple more pieces. Oh, did I get that piece of dirt? Oh no, I lost it. Oh well. Not the end of the world. Let's see. I could. Let's try and place a cobblestone real fast. No, that was definitely not fast enough. Let's try this one more time. Yeah. Oh, that was OG. Don't even. Yeah, so now that I've got that piece of cobblestone down, I think we're gonna mine up this whole pickaxe. Whew. You know, that was, what, 10, 20 seconds for you guys? But, that was a while for me. And I got 42 cobblestone out of it, so it wasn't unworth it, but, definitely a pain in my soul. But we got what we need, finally, thank gosh. So, moving on. Now we're gonna go ahead and make some tools. Let's go ahead and make a quick, pickaxe again. Now this time a stone one. And that way we have what we need, our first real stone tool. And then from there, we're just going to turn the rest into cobblestone slabs so I can quickly make a small area to mine up some trees in this top area. I'll show you what I mean here in a minute. So we might have this small tree platform right here. This is actually not enough. This is not going to work. So I'm going to come out here and take the cobblestone, and on the bottom half of these blocks, we're going to place the slabs. We're using bottom half slabs so that it is non-spawnable blocks. I don't want a bunch of mobs spawning on these blocks when I'm not present, or if I'm down in the void, and then coming up here to a bunch of skeletons surprising me. That would be horrible. But we're going to make some non-spawnable blocks and a platform out here that we can build our trees on. And then any saplings that will fall on these slabs instead of actually falling down into the void. I'll show you what I mean here now. So Skyblocks has kind of unique functions, a little bit different than vanilla Minecraft for certain, in that you are trying to build your platforms with resource retention in mind. You're trying to use as little resources as possible, but you also want to make certain that you can build your platforms far enough apart that your trees and things like that aren't going to end up intersecting leaves. So I want at least 5 blocks in between each of my platforms for my trees, and I want to make certain that I am using as little resources as possible to make these platforms, and as little dirt as possible, and as little cobblestone as possible. But from what I can tell, it looks like I'm going to run out of cobblestone here in a minute. So I'll build the rest of this off screen. But I think with that, we're going to go ahead and call it our first episode. We've done quite a bit, and in between episodes, I'm going to go ahead and collect a bunch of cobblestone, maybe a little bit of wood, so that way I am set up for our next episode where we are going to journey out to these other islands. But for now, be sure that you stay safe out there, stay healthy, and we will see you all next time. Bye.